Find him. Find him. But...
Find him!
Let's talk about Clone Wars Episode 11, Shattered, and all the Easter eggs, references, and little things that you might have missed. The title can have a lot of meanings, including the shattering of the Jedi Order or the people's faith in the Jedi being shattered. After all, from here on out, regular people think that they betrayed the Chancellor, and many people already blame them for starting the war.
With the Jedi running around, starting wars, policing everything.
The episode begins with the clones arresting Gar Saxon. Bo-Katan thinks this clone occupation is temporary. She is wrong. Following the siege of Mandalore, she is made regent of the planet, but after the Empire takes over, she refuses to fall in line, and Gar Saxon is given this job instead. Bo-Katan talks about her sister, Duchess Satine, who was a staunch pacifist and wanted Mandalore to leave their violent ways behind. Ahsoka's suggestion here,
Your people need a new kind of leader.
could have actually changed the course of Mandalorian history. Maybe Bo-Katan would have emulated her sister by trying to make Mandalore a pacifist planet. But instead, she led them to become more violent. That's why when we see the Mandalorians and Rebels, everyone is wearing their Beskar armor. And judging by the Mandalorian TV show, they're only further radicalized by the Galactic Civil War.
This is the way.
This is the way.
And there's a lot of impressive shuffling here involving a hologram meeting that we actually see in Revenge of the Sith. Here, Rex leaves the meeting while Anakin is still attending. So this moment when Commander Cody appears is just after Rex leaves. Then Mace Windu sends Anakin away to talk to the Chancellor, where he learns that Palpatine is really the Sith Lord.
You're the Sith Lord.
Then the Clone Wars repeat this scene from Sith verbatim from a certain point of view. But we see that after this movie scene ends,
Great care we must take.
Ahsoka walked in. Now this is impressive because remember, she wants to warn Anakin about Darth Maul's vision, that he's about to be tempted to the dark side. Had Ahsoka not been disillusioned with the Jedi Order and left, she would have left the message for Anakin and he might not have ever turned to the dark side. And check out the production design detail in the Mandalorian hangar. Even this panel is made to resemble one of their helmets. Ahsoka calls this casket,
Impressive.
and this word keeps popping up in Clone Wars.
Was impressive.
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 Impressive. Most impressive.
And it's all probably an homage to this.
Impressive.
They've contained Maul in a chamber that was built to hold Jedi.
A relic of a bygone era when Mandalorians had reason to imprison you Force-wielding maniacs.
Remember, hundreds or thousands of years ago, the Mandalorians were enemies of the Jedi, as we learned in The Mandalorian.
The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
If you look closely at the casket, there's a carving of a Mandalorian wielding a sword. Now this looks like the Darksaber. If so, this could be the legendary Mandalorian Jedi, Ter Vizsla. This container even looks like ancient tech, with the Mandalorian helmet carved in the front and the erratic red lines inside. Now this reminded me of the design of the Sith Temple from the Star Wars Rebels episode, Twilight of the Apprentice. That episode also reintroduced Darth Maul and reunited Ahsoka and Anakin. And there's another connection to Rebels. This person right here, that's Ursa Wren, mother of Sabine Wren on Rebels. And can we just take a moment to appreciate the incredible, haunting music in this episode? Ahsoka and Rex looking out this window is a parallel to this shot of Vader and the Emperor from Revenge of the Sith. In her heart-to-heart with Rex, Ahsoka says,
We were trained to be keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
which has been said a few times in Clone Wars.
We're keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
Rex's dialogue here about war and duty and what it's like to be a clone shows how much his character has grown. He started off a blind, loyal soldier, but over the years, after encounters like when you met a clone deserter, he's become more of a free thinker. Now, this ability to deviate from orders might have also been a byproduct of serving under Anakin Skywalker. And how about this line?
You go. I'm sure it's more good news.
Oh. That's harsh. Both Ahsoka and Maul sense what's happening, and they actually dub over audio from Revenge of the Sith. This isn't the Clone Wars voice actors recreating Anakin's turn. And get this, the actor voicing Darth Sidious is the Ian McDiarmid, the original Emperor. This is the first time he's voiced a character in this series, though he did voice the Emperor in Rebels. And this scene where Rex resists is just heartbreaking as he tells Ahsoka,
Find him. Find him. But...
Back in the Season 6 arc, Clone Conspiracy, Clone Trooper Tup killed a Jedi because his control chip malfunctioned. Fives discovered the conspiracy but was killed before he could talk. The incident was covered up, but Rex, again a little distrustful of authority, had his suspicions. Anakin's security code is 8108. This is a tribute to Hayden Christensen, who was born in 1981, and the Clone Wars series debuted in 2008. Here there's a brief flash of Jedi Master Tiplar, who Tup murdered. These Arabesh letters say her name, that she's deceased, and her location is unknown. And by the way, this line from Rebels,
I didn't betray my Jedi.
turned out to not be 100% true, did it? But whatever, if Leia can remember her mother, then Rex thinks he didn't turn on his Jedi. The score during this scene is from the Order 66 sequence in Revenge of the Sith, and I love this fade from the clone helmet to the Mandalorian helmet, symbolically linking these two Jedi hunters. Ahsoka gets a little help from her trusty droid R7A7, who has appeared in several other Clone Wars episodes. This droid is an R4 unit, and this one is actually your mom.
He said it! He said it!
I'm just kidding, that's CH-33P, or Cheap, and it's voiced by series creator Dave Filoni. The Kaminoan in the hologram is Nala Se, who has appeared in several episodes, including the aforementioned Clone Conspiracy. Maul's casket and breathing mask are a visual reference to another deranged murderer, Hannibal Lecter. Now, his breathing vaguely mimics the sound of Vader's breathing apparatus. It's appropriate since he's trapped inside a large breathing machine, and in a way, so is Anakin. When he exits the casket, the score contains a brief reorchestration of the Emperor's theme. This line,
The voice is crying out.
is an echo of this.
As if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror.
Maul goes on a rampage down a hallway, much like the badass Vader hallway fight in Rogue One. He even copies this ceiling push from that fight. There's another major Rogue One reference when Ahsoka repeats,
I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
I'm one of the Force is with me.
So, alright, what is going on here? How does connecting to the Force allow the medical scanner to see the chip? When the chip is detected, these Arabesh letters spell out anomaly. My guess is that she used the Force to connect with Rex, who briefly resisted the chip, making it show up not as a normal part of his brain. The Force is life, and this moment is about life overcoming machinery. After all, the question of the show, and this arc, is how alive are the clones? Are they machines or men? This medical droid is an FX-7 unit which first appeared in The Empire Strikes Back. When Rex awakens, he says,
The entire Grand Army of the Republic has been ordered to hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights.
Another direct quote from Obi-Wan in New Hope.
Help the Empire hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights.
Guys, I can't wait for the next episode. What did you think of this one? Let me know in the comments below. And if it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button. For ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Arey.